Carolina Hurricanes versus the Boston Bruins.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
You have any idea how?
No, not for anything.
What the goals for and against were between those two teams this season?
No, actually, I don't. I can't wait for you to tell me.
16-1 for Carolina. 16-1.
Is that good?
Well, one of the games was the Tuukka Rask game where he kind of realized it was over.
Right.
And they lit him up for, I think, 6, and then Ullmark came in for 2. So
that was nice.
So half of those goals are from that. But
6 is not half of 16, but go on.
no, I said Ullmark came in and gave up 2 more.
2, yeah.
So 6 plus 2 is 8, and that's half of 16.
Oh, half of them is that game, not the Tuukka Rask thing.
Okay, that game Bruins gave up 8 goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
8
they
others.
gave up total.
No, I understand
16.
where you're going here.
Yeah.
I
You do, eh? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. It took me a little while.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You think very quickly, Ken.
I do.
Yes.
That I do.
It's why you hate golf.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of torn on this. I think Carolina's going to win this series.
Yeah.
I like that Boston did that savvy veteran move of staying out of the Atlantic Division.
Yeah.
I really like that move.
Yeah.
I think that was really smart.
Yeah.
It's weird because another if guy
Yeah.
is
Freddie Anderson.
Frederick
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that doesn't play into Carolina's favor.
Yeah, I know.
He's crappy.
It's kind of an
He's crappy
addition
in the
by
playoffs.
subtraction
He's crappy in the
situation. Yeah.
playoffs. And you know what? The Bruins must be just tossing a salad and making a dinner in his kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they've beaten him twice. They've beaten him twice in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And both times you could say bad goaltending in game 7
Yeah.
was a big part of it.
Here's the thing that I'll say about Toronto and specifically the whole goaltending things, right? So because Jack Campbell let in a softie at the end of Game 7 against the Montreal Canadiens last year, right? Frederick Anderson let in some softies in Game 7, and even going back to James Reimer letting in a softie in Game 7 twice, right?
Okay.
If you're in that situation, and then, of course, going to Marc-Andre Fleury for the Golden Knights last year. Mm-hmm. If you're in that situation, most of those times, except for the first time with James Reimer and the Boston Bruins that were like the President's Trophy winner that year, I think, or eventually won the Cup that year, I should say. If you're in that situation,
not
where you're in Game
Toronto.
7.
Not against Toronto. They didn't win that year. That was 2013.
Yeah, that was with James Reimer.
Yeah, but they didn't win the Cup.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They went to the final. That's right. But I'm just saying, if you're in that situation where you're facing, other than that year, an inferior team, and it goes down to one shot in Game 7 deciding, you've already lost. You've already lost. And so with Freddie Anderson, a team that's going to give him run support and a team that's going to, hopefully make it a situation where it doesn't come down to the game on your stick and some ridiculous 2-on-1 or something like that at Game 7 in a tied game. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully it doesn't come down to that for Freddie Anderson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if he even plays.
Right.
I actually said that I thought Carolina was going to win the series. I actually have the Bruins in 7 in this series.
Oh, okay.
Carolina doesn't have a game breaker. They have no game breakers.
You don't look at Sebastian Aho as a game breaker?
Finished 30th in NHL scoring this year. They
didn't have a scoring was up.
They didn't have a top 25 goals. They didn't have a top 25 scorer in the league.
Yeah.
They had one in the top 50, and it was Aho, not Aho. Aho.
I you know what? I go back and forth because I figure that I'll get it right 50% of the time.
There was a guy that there's a Finnish newspaper called Ilta Salamat, who has a guy in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And he covers the NHL.
Yeah.
And the guy they had previous to the guy they have now, he used to drive him nuts. He'd say, "Oh, these people calling him Sebastian Aho," and he'd put on this like North American accent. So, anyways, they don't have a game breaker.
No. They're deep.
The Bruins, they're real deep. They're real deep. Yeah,
the Bruins have 3.
And the Bruins have a bunch of them.
They have, 4.
3, yeah.
If you say Pasternak, Marchand, and Bergeron and McAvoy can all be game breakers.
Right. And Jake DeBrusk can do stuff, and Taylor Hall can, when he feels like it, can do stuff.
I mean, I don't look at Jake DeBrusk and Taylor Hall as anything close to a game breaker. If you're gonna say that nobody on Carolina is a game breaker,
but to me,
we can't put Jake
not a game
DeBrusk
breaker,
there.
but a difference maker.
Yeah.
Because I think Jake DeBrusk is the kind of guy that
he can be. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take anything away from Jake DeBrusk.
Yeah.
Or Taylor Hall for that matter. But
and Jeremy Swayman's really good, eh?
He's pretty good. I mean, I'm curious as to how he's going to look in the playoffs. You know, he might fold like a cheap chair, or he might take that ball and continue to run with it.
Yep.
Right. I want to pick Carolina.
I do too, but I'm going to pick Boston in 7.
I'm taking Waddell's squad and I'm giving them 52%.
Okay. I'll take the Bruins and give them 53%.
Easy with these hot takes here, Ken.
Yeah.
All right. And I will tell you, Money Puck has Carolina. No, Money Puck has Boston at 55.5%.
Wow, that's high, eh? That's pretty high.
So Money Puck has Boston winning the series.
Do they know that they got outscored 16-1 by Carolina this year? Do they know? Like, are they aware? Like, are these
Probably
guys
doesn't
aware
factor.
of that?
Probably doesn't factor in.
It doesn't?
No, I
Okay.
don't. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm not. I don't work for Money Puck. They, if they want a genius intellect of this level, they're going to have to pay up tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars. It's going to cost them tens of dollars.
It's going to cost them tens of dollars. All right, shall we move on?
Yes.